Hollywood may seem glamorous, but behind the cameras, dark secrets have destroyed careers and forever changed the entertainment industry. Today, let's look back at some of the biggest scandals in history. If you enjoy controversial stories, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. Hey everyone, before we dive in, I want to know, did you already know any of the cases we're covering today? Drop your guess in the comments before you start watching, and come back at the end to see if you got it right. Let's see who knows their stuff. Now, let's get started. Fatty Arbuckle and the Tragic Party, 1921. Roscoe "Fatty" Arbuckle, one of the most popular actors of the silent film era, however, in 1921. His career came crashing down due to one of the first major scandals in the entertainment industry. Scandalous trials, conspiracy theories, and the downfall of his career, despite ultimately being declared not guilty. Roscoe "Fatty" Arbuckle was one of the greatest comedians of silent cinema. On September 5, 1921, Arbuckle hosted a party at the St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco. Among the guests was Virginia Rappe, a 26-year-old aspiring actress who was found unconscious and died days later from peritonitis caused by a ruptured bladder. Although the media was quick to accuse Arbuckle of sexual assault and murder, the case sparked public outrage against Hollywood, leading to new codes of conduct for actors. Additionally, reports suggested that Virginia Rappe had pre-existing health conditions, including a bladder infection, which may have contributed to her death. But the press preferred to push a sensationalized narrative. Arbuckle endured 3 trials before being fully acquitted, but his career was irreparably damaged, and he never regained his former stardom. Despite this, his films were banned for a time, and he was blacklisted from major studios. He struggled to find work and began directing under pseudonyms such as William B. Goodrich. This case also marked Hollywood's first major attempt at cleansing the film industry, placing a stronger emphasis on maintaining the public morality of its stars. Modern historians believe that Arbuckle was a scapegoat of sensationalist media. Today, Fatty Arbuckle's story is remembered as a tragic case of trial by media, where rumors and public perception destroyed a man's career despite his legal innocence. His case set a precedent for how Hollywood would handle scandals in the years to come. The mysterious death of Marilyn Monroe, 1962. On the night of August 5, 1962, Hollywood's most iconic actress, Marilyn Monroe, was found dead in her Los Angeles home. The official cause was ruled as an overdose of barbiturates, leading to a conclusion of probable suicide. However, the circumstances surrounding her death have long been shrouded in mystery, with many believing that she was murdered to protect powerful political figures due to secret connections with John F. Kennedy and Robert Kennedy, and a possible CIA and FBI involvement in silencing her. However, from the very beginning, inconsistencies in the case fueled suspicions of foul play and a possible cover-up. The Kennedy connection. At the time of her death, Marilyn was rumored to have had affairs with both President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert Kennedy. This has led to speculation that her death was not accidental, but instead orchestrated to prevent her from exposing sensitive political secrets. Some of the key inconsistencies in the official report include: Monroe was found lying naked on her bed, clutching a telephone, as if she had been trying to call someone. No pill residue found in her stomach, despite the high level of barbiturates in her system. Her diary and medical records disappeared shortly after her death. Conflicting witness statements, including those from her housekeeper, Eunice Murray, who changed her story multiple times, giving conflicting statements about the events leading up to her death. Suspicious phone calls, with reports that Marilyn tried to contact Robert Kennedy just hours before she died. The conspiracy theories: many believe Monroe's death was not suicide, but a politically motivated murder. Some theories suggest the Kennedys arranged her death. One of the most controversial aspects of Monroe's life was her alleged affairs with President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert Kennedy. It was widely rumored that Marilyn had been romantically involved with both men and had access to highly sensitive political secrets. An enduring Hollywood mystery. More than 6 decades later, Marilyn Monroe's death remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of Hollywood. While the official cause of death stands, the inconsistencies and missing evidence continue to fuel speculation that there's more to the story than we were told. The tragic death of Natalie Wood, 1981. Natalie Wood, one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses, died under mysterious circumstances on the night of November 29, 1981. She was on a boat trip with her husband, Robert Wagner, actor Christopher Walken, and the boat's captain, Dennis Davern, when she disappeared overnight. The next morning, her body was found floating in the ocean near Catalina Island, dressed in a nightgown and a red wool coat. At first, authorities ruled her death an accidental drowning, suggesting she fell overboard while trying to secure a dinghy. But over the years, disturbing details emerged, raising suspicions that her death may not have been an accident at all. Several key factors have fueled speculation about what really happened that night. Natalie Wood had a lifelong fear of water and did not know how to swim, making it unlikely that she would have voluntarily attempted to secure a dinghy in the middle of the night. Robert Wagner allegedly delayed calling for help, waiting hours before alerting the Coast Guard. The boat's captain, Dennis Davern, later admitted that Wood and Wagner had a heated argument before she disappeared. An autopsy found unexplained bruises on her body, suggesting she may have been pushed, struggled, or tried to hold on to something before falling into the water. Some experts believe that her injuries were inconsistent with a simple fall, leading to theories that she may have been struck or involved in an altercation before ending up in the ocean. Witnesses on a nearby boat reported hearing a woman's screams for help on the night of her disappearance, but the cries stopped abruptly. In 2011, the case was reopened, and in 2018, the cause of death was changed from accident to drowning with undetermined factors, with Robert Wagner officially named a person of interest. Despite growing suspicions, the truth about what really happened to Natalie Wood remains one of Hollywood's greatest mysteries. O.J. Simpson and the Trial of the Century, 1994. The O.J. Simpson case became one of the most sensational and controversial trials in American history, often referred to as the trial of the century. It all began in 1994, when Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ronald Goldman were found murdered outside Nicole's home in Los Angeles. The primary suspect quickly became O.J. Simpson, the famous former NFL star and ex-husband of Nicole. The case took a dramatic turn when Simpson led police on a live televised car chase, watched by millions of Americans. This moment marked the beginning of a media frenzy that would follow the trial for months. The trial that divided the United States and produced one of the most controversial verdicts in history. The trial. The trial began in 1995 and became one of the most watched legal events of all time. It divided public opinion and sparked debates about racism, celebrity culture, and the American justice system, despite overwhelming evidence pointing to Simpson's guilt, such as blood evidence in his car and the famous bloody glove. His defense team, led by Johnny Cochran, used the famous line, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." This defense strategy argued that the glove found at the crime scene didn't fit Simpson's hand, leading to his acquittal. After the trial, What many people don't know is that, years after the trial, Simpson was convicted of a different crime. In 2008, he was sentenced to 33 years in prison for armed robbery and kidnapping in Las Vegas. He was released in 2017 after serving 9 years. In 2006, Simpson controversially published a book titled If I Did It, where he hypothetically described how he would have committed the murders. The book was initially pulled from shelves, but later re-released by the Goldman family, who renamed it I Did It, emphasizing the idea of guilt. Legacy O.J. Simpson's case continues to be one of the most controversial and polarizing legal cases in U.S. criminal history. The trial highlighted deep divisions in American society, particularly around race relations, the legal system, and the power of celebrity. Simpson's life post-trial has been a mix of legal troubles and public scrutiny, keeping him in the public eye long after the trial ended. The Roman Polanski scandal, 1977. Award-winning director Roman Polanski fled the United States after being accused of sexually abusing a 13-year-old girl. He remains a fugitive and avoids countries that could extradite him. The case sparked debates about art versus morality, as Polanski is still celebrated in the film industry. The incident. In 1977, Polanski was accused of drugging and sexually assaulting Samantha Geimer, a 13-year-old girl, during a photo shoot at actor Jack Nicholson's house. He was initially charged with multiple offenses, including rape and child molestation. After reaching a plea deal, Polanski pleaded guilty to the charge of unlawful sex with a minor. While awaiting sentencing, Polanski fled the United States to France, where he remained protected from extradition due to his French citizenship. Since then, he has never returned to the U.S., and the case remains one of the most controversial in Hollywood's history. Samantha Geimer's perspective. What many don't know is that, over the years, Samantha Geimer has repeatedly expressed her desire to move on from the case, stating that the media exploited the incident far more than she would have liked. She has even publicly forgiven Polanski, seeking closure rather than further public attention on the matter. Polanski's legacy today. Roman Polanski remains a polarizing figure. Despite his cinematic acclaim, including Academy Awards and critical recognition, his past continues to haunt him, and his status as an artist versus criminal debate continues in the public eye. While his films are still celebrated by many, the scandal and his fugitive status remain integral parts of his story in Hollywood. The case of Woody Allen and the adopted daughter, 1992. In 1992, acclaimed director Woody Allen faced serious accusations of sexual abuse from his adopted daughter, Dylan Farrow, who was only 7 years old at the time. This accusation came during a highly publicized and messy breakup between Allen and his partner, Mia Farrow, after Mia discovered that Allen had been involved with Soon-Yi Previn, her other adopted daughter, who was significantly younger than him. The case sparked a huge media storm, with Allen denying the abuse allegations, claiming that Mia Farrow had manipulated Dylan to get back at him for his affair with Soon-Yi. Despite a thorough investigation, prosecutors decided not to file charges against Allen, arguing that Dylan was too young to testify in a way that would stand up in court. However, what's lesser known is that, even without criminal charges, a judge ruled that Allen should not have any contact with Dylan, citing that his behavior toward her was highly inappropriate. Another interesting part of this story is that Ronan Farrow, the biological son of Mia and Woody, grew up to become a prominent investigative journalist. He played a key role in exposing Hollywood abuse cases, including the Harvey Weinstein scandal. While some celebrities have continued to support Allen over the years, others, including Timothée Chalamet and Greta Gerwig, distanced themselves from him. They even donated their paychecks from projects working with Allen to organizations that combat abuse. The Woody Allen case remains one of the most divisive and controversial scandals in Hollywood, raising tough questions about abuse, power dynamics, and how the industry chooses to handle such allegations, especially when it comes to celebrated figures. The tragedy of Brittany Murphy. 2009. Brittany Murphy, known for her roles in movies like Clueless and Girl, Interrupted, died unexpectedly on December 20, 2009, at the age of 32. The official cause of death was pneumonia, compounded by anemia and multiple drug intoxication. However, the circumstances surrounding her death have sparked numerous conspiracy theories, largely because her husband, Simon Monjack, died in a strikingly similar manner just 5 months later, also in their home. This similarity fueled suspicions of poisoning, toxic mold, and even theories connecting the deaths to U.S. government investigations, particularly because Murphy was said to have helped a friend involved in a case against Homeland Security. An interesting but lesser-known fact is that Murphy's health had visibly deteriorated in the months leading to her death. She was seen staggering during her last public appearance, which hinted at her declining condition. Following her death, Monjack's mother, Sharon Murphy, sold almost all of Brittany's belongings, including her passport and clothes, leading to further questions about her potential involvement or the possibility that she was hiding something. Moreover, post-mortem tests showed heavy metals in Brittany's body, which reignited suspicions of poisoning, though no definitive evidence was found to support the theory. The strange similarities in their deaths, along with the mysterious circumstances, keep Brittany Murphy's passing one of Hollywood's greatest mysteries, and the true cause of her death remains unresolved. Michael Jackson. The tragic end to a pop icon's legacy. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, was undoubtedly one of the most iconic figures in music history. However, his career and public image took a dramatic downturn in the 2000s. Despite ongoing musical success, he struggled with financial troubles, health issues, and most notably, serious child abuse accusations. In 2003, the documentary Living with Michael Jackson exposed his controversial relationship with children, leading to his arrest in 2004 and a highly publicized trial in 2005. Although Jackson was acquitted of all charges, his reputation never fully recovered. After the trial, Jackson withdrew from the public eye, living in seclusion while dealing with financial struggles, including having to mortgage his iconic Neverland Ranch. In 2009, he announced a comeback tour, This Is It, but tragically passed away shortly before the tour began. His death was caused by an overdose of propofol administered by his personal doctor, Conrad Murray. One lesser-known aspect is that, in the years leading up to his death, Jackson reportedly believed his life was in danger, even writing notes claiming that someone wanted to see him dead. Additionally, in his attempts to regain financial stability, Jackson had ambitious plans for projects, including a Neverland-inspired theme park in Las Vegas and an underwater hotel in Dubai, both of which never came to fruition. Moreover, days before his death, Jackson rehearsed intensively for the This Is It tour. Those who saw him during rehearsals noted that he appeared frail, but determined to make a grand return to the stage. Jackson's untimely death at the age of 50 ended a brilliant but highly controversial career. His passing sealed his place as one of pop culture's most enigmatic figures, leaving behind a legacy defined by both musical greatness and enduring controversy. The tragic truth behind Judy Garland. Judy Garland, forever immortalized as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, 1939, had a life marked by extraordinary talent, but also by abuse, addiction, and exploitation. From a young age, she was forced by the MGM studio to maintain an exhausting work schedule, subjected to strict diets and rigid control over her appearance. To cope with the workload, the studios addicted her to amphetamines to keep her awake and barbiturates to help her sleep, creating a cycle of dependence that followed her throughout her life. Though she became one of the greatest stars in cinema and music, her personal life was turbulent, marked by failed marriages, financial struggles, and health problems. In 1969, at the age of 47, Garland was found dead in London from an accidental barbiturate overdose. What few know is that behind the scenes of The Wizard of Oz, she suffered psychological abuse from the producers, who called her chubby and forced her to take pills to lose weight. Another dark detail is that Garland was one of the first major examples of how Hollywood discarded its stars when they no longer met industry standards. At the peak of her financial crisis, she had to perform for much lower fees than her talent deserved. Furthermore, her daughter Liza Minnelli revealed that, in her final years, Judy Garland was aware she was being exploited and often said she was nothing more than a money-making machine for the studios and managers. Her legacy, however, transcended the pain, becoming an immortal pop culture icon and a symbol of resilience. And the Weinstein scandal and the Me Too movement, 2017. Allegations against Harvey Weinstein triggered a global movement against sexual harassment. Celebrities spoke out, and many powerful abusers were exposed. Historic changes in the entertainment industry. In 2017, a series of allegations against powerful Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein shocked the world and launched the Me Too movement. Investigations by the New York Times and the New Yorker revealed decades of abuse committed by Weinstein against actresses, assistants, and employees of his production company, Miramax. Several women, including stars like Ashley Judd, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Angelina Jolie, reported that Weinstein used his position to sexually harass them, promising to advance their careers in exchange for sexual favors and retaliating against those who refused his advances. The scandal triggered a domino effect, leading other victims in the entertainment industry to share their stories of abuse and resulting in the global Me Too movement, which encouraged women to speak out and demand an end to the culture of silence. Few people know that, before the allegations became public, Weinstein tried to silence his victims by hiring former Mossad agents to intimidate them and prevent them from speaking to journalists. Another lesser-known detail is that his ex-wife, Georgina Chapman, founder of the fashion brand Marchesa, suffered a significant impact in the fashion industry, as many celebrities boycotted her brand after the scandal, despite her public distancing from Weinstein. Additionally, while on trial, Weinstein claimed health issues and appeared at multiple hearings using a walker, something many believe was an attempt to gain sympathy from the jury. In 2020, he was sentenced to 23 years in prison for rape and sexual assault, marking one of the most dramatic falls in Hollywood history. These scandals revealed that the world of celebrities isn't always as glamorous as it seems. Which of these cases shocked you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe for more gripping stories.